Hi friends, welcome to this week's video. I'm sharing a recipe for vegetable idli, which is something I learned from my mom-in-law actually. You take idlis, you saute some vegetables, and then you mix it all together. It's really delicious. You can do it with rice idlis or rava idlis, and it's a nice way to have idli, but sort of not in the typical way. So I'm using suji idlis. They're shaped a little unusually because I made them in an egg poacher. I'm getting started with a bit of oil in my non-stick, and I'm adding the mustard seeds, coriander and cumin seeds, some curry leaves. I've broken them up a little bit, as well as some hing, and I'm pushing that around. Actually, my stove wasn't even on, and then I realized that I had to turn on the element, so I finally did that. And while I was waiting for those things to get heated up and all crackling, I was able to extract the next batch of my idlis. There you can see I'm just popping them out of the egg poacher. It's actually a really cute shape that I quite like. So now that things are hot enough and the spices are crackling away, I can continue. I'm adding also some onion. This is just sliced white onion, but you could use red onion if you have it. And next comes, obviously, the chili pepper, which is completely optional. You could also use the dried red chili, and that would be really nice as well. I'm gonna add the vegetables now. I've added some green capsicum or some green bell pepper. Next comes some shredded carrot. You could do matchstick carrots as well. In the interest of time, I shredded my carrots because this was made on a very typical and busy morning for breakfast. Anyway, I've added a bit of salt and a splash of water because things were drying out just a touch. And now I'm adding my dried spices. You know, the usual suspects: turmeric, coriander powder, red chili powder, and again, a little splash of water. I'm just pushing things around, allowing the carrots to cook down a little bit, and I'm gonna add some cabbage. This is the last vegetable that I'm adding, and it's Napa cabbage. You can use any cabbage that you have access to. I got this Napa cabbage a little while ago. It's on the larger side, so I'm trying to use it in as many things as possible. I covered and steamed the veggies on a medium-low heat for about 3 to 5 minutes, and they're pretty good to go right there. I can go ahead and start adding my idlis, but first I'm gonna cut them down just a bit. I'm cutting them in halves. You could cut them into quarters, just, you know, for ease of ingestion, I guess, later on. You want a nice size of idli that you can bite into easily. I'm adding a little bit of ghee as well, which is of course optional. You can omit it if you're vegan, or you can add some of your favorite plant-based butter or plant-based ghee, which does exist, I've recently learned. And that's it. Just bring things together gently so that you don't crumble the idli too much. Add a little bit of freshly chopped coriander, of course, and that's it. The dish is done. Now, I didn't go into the details of how to make the idli because, you know, people have their preferences. I really like rava idli. Some people prefer the rice idli. To be honest, I'm not the greatest at making idli. It's sort of a hit or miss for me. This day that I filmed this was a hit, so that's great, and we had this for breakfast, but some days it doesn't always come out the way that I think it's going to. Anyway, when I nail that recipe, I will be able to share it. But until then, I'm just showing you something that you can do with idlis that you have made yourself. And that's all I have for you today, friends. Just a quick recipe, almost a half recipe really, since I didn't show you how to make the idlis, but something that you can do with idlis that comes together really quickly in like 25 minutes or under. I hope you liked it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel where I post every Monday, and I hope that you're doing really well wherever you are. I'll see you next week with something else. Okay, bye!